We need a bit of a spell. It's time to go over to Barney and the Professor. Boys?
Yeah, Morgan, good to be here.
Yes, thank you, Matty. We are the Interchange Bench, the show within the show. Prof, Latsy, Barney. And you know what? This week, Matty, we were entrusted with quite a task.
Yeah, we had a big week. We got yet another phone call from Peter V'landys. He needed our help yet again.
Yeah.
He rang up. I said, what's the problem this time, Pete? He said, well, boys, everyone's hassling me. Where should we hold the grand final? Apparently, Storm Zone and Matt Tripp offered a big bag of cash, wants to buy the grand final.
Wait, the Storms wanted to buy the grand final?
Yeah.
That's not like them. That's odd.
Anyway, so then apparently the Queensland government, they're like, well, hey, come on, we're on a good thing here, Pete. Why don't you just stay? You know, Queensland, beautiful one day, grand final the next. What are you thinking?
Queensland, yeah.
Yeah, and then John Barilaro, New South Wales Deputy Premier, was like, hey, Pete, don't forget you've got a contract, mate. We want the grand final here in New South Wales. So,
now, PVL was all in a tizzy, and I said, just relax, mate. It's okay. It's very simple. All you've got to do is work out which city has the best rugby league credentials.
that's the one that deserves it.
Very simple. So we did a full analysis, and we think we've worked it out. Unleash hell, Hosco.
The nominees to host the 2021 NRL Grand Final are Melbourne, Rugby League Heartland, home of wankers, laneway culture and overpriced coffee. Sydney, Rugby League Heartland, home of even bigger wankers, toll roads and even more overpriced coffee. Brisbane, Rugby League Heartland, home of bogans, Rugby League Stadium. Brisbane, Suncorp Stadium. Has steep tiered seating, meaning crowds are right on top of the action, creating a cauldron-like atmosphere. The perfect location to showcase the very best of the NRL. Sydney, ANZ Stadium. A soulless, inaccessible shithole. Melbourne. The MCG is massive. In fact, it is so big, it even creates its own localised weather.
And now the Richmond defenders just panicking a little because of the presence of Cox in the air.
Make sure you pack a sturdy umbrella. Rugby League Romance. Brisbane. Rugby League is Brisbane's one true love. Never straying, never dwindling, even when Rugby League doesn't treat them right. How funny would it be to let them host in a year when all the Queensland sides have f***all chance of getting there? It's good to have a laugh. Sydney, for better or worse, in sickness and in health, are not words to describe Sydney's romance with Rugby League. In what can be described as an on-again, off-again relationship, Sydney isn't going to take Rugby League out to a fancy restaurant. Instead, Rugby League is Sydney's sure bet after a few drinks on a Friday night. Oh yeah. Melbourne. Melbourne has been married to someone else for years. A marriage that is obviously getting stale because Melbourne is offering big bucks for one special night with Rugby League. And Rugby League is considering it, as long as there is no kissing on the mouth. Because of COVID. It's a COVID thing.
What is that?
Rugby League Monuments. Brisbane. Having so many greats, Brisbane also has many Rugby League monuments. King Wally Lewis, Arthur Beetson, Mal Meninga, Darren Lockyer and Alfie Langer. There's even one of John Eales, which commemorates the time a double amputee gave him a thigh massage. Sydney. Whilst the SCG precinct has many statues, ANZ Stadium has chosen to commemorate just one. The most famous sporting moment the Olympic Stadium has seen. That iconic run, one balmy September evening, way back in 2005. Melbourne. Melbourne has had so many great rugby league players, they felt it was unfair to single one out. Instead, erecting this moving monument called
the unknown rugby league player. No one knows who he is, but he represents all of us.
Rugby League Credentials Ratings. Sydney, 4 toilet cubicles out of 5. Melbourne, 4 Eddie Maguires out of 5. Brisbane, 4 balcony marshmallows out of 5.
And the winner is Adelaide. It's such a boring city, not even the Delta strain wants to go there, making it the most COVID-safe option. Adelaide, in lockdown since 1836.
Oh, that's good.
Well done, boys.
Very good.
Pack your bags.
Adelaide it is. Adelaide it is. Nice work, boys.
Matt, to
Cheers.
you, Backy.
Thank you, guys. Now, after the show...